Hello! Damaged Goods here, everyone of the internet, welcome! This is my very first movie review, and of course it has to be of the My Little Pony movie. I got back, I watched it earlier today, and I gathered my thoughts and thought about it, and so I guess this would be technically ChickenDuck Reviews instead of ChickenDuck Reacts. First of all, number one question on everyone's mind who hasn't seen it already. Is it good? Is it good? Yes, it is very good. I believe it is very good. The only difference, I think it's a very safe movie though. I think they played it very safe because I wanted to make sure that they got the broadest audience they could. And do I think it does the job? Yes, I believe it does the job of getting people who do not know the series and doesn't know anything about the characters, and I think it safely introduces them to these characters. And I believe that it will get new people to see this movie, go, okay, I kind of see where this is going. I like these characters, I like the stuff that they're showing. Let's see what this show's actually about. And maybe, hopefully, it will get a new resurgence of My Little Pony fans into the fandom and get some new blood, as it were, so that, we can reinvigorate the fan base and grow it to bigger than what it is now, and now let's go on to the story without spoiling. I'm gonna do my best to make it a spoiler-free review. The story. The only thing I'm gonna say about the story is it's a very simple story, very straight of the arrow, down the middle story. It's very it's not complex. I think everyone, little kids as well as adults, will get it, will understand the concept very well, and which, me personally, I felt a little bummed about it. The story is great, there's nothing wrong with the story, I just felt it's too simple for what it was, but like I said, they're playing it very safe. So I was a little bummed about that aspect of it, but I don't think it takes anything away from the majesty that is this movie, and I believe that the visuals are so on point and so fantastic in this movie. I think that I almost would love to see the movie's graphics, the way the animation is. I would love to see MLP episodes, maybe not entire episodes, but bits and pieces of like some of the best parts of My Little Pony of the series. I would love to see it recreated in this animation style, which would be amazing. I would pay to go see that. I would pay to have them do that. Just even if that would be amazing if maybe like on the DVD when the Blu-ray comes out, like as special features, they maybe do something like that. I just thought of one thing though. On the Blu-ray, they better have bloopers. If they can do it with the Equestria Girls stuff, please, for God's sakes, do it for the Blu-ray. Just an idea, something that I see them doing. I see the company doing. They're just the kind of cool ass people that would do it. Okay, the characters. First off, I'm going to talk about the celebrity cast. Celebrity cast, I understand that for a show, a cartoon show that goes into the cinematic world, usually they do celebrity voices so that they can get the more mainstream crowd to see the movie. Oh, hey, so-and-so is voicing this, so me and my brother is gonna go see it now because of this, because of that character, because, so I understand in that respect. Now, honestly, I think they all did an amazing job of the voice acting for the entire cast as a whole. The entire cast as a whole was fantastic. Some of the best voice acting I think I've ever heard in a cartoon, for a cartoon movie, or an animated movie. Tempest, Emily Blunt's Tempest stole the movie for me. The thing is, though, the MLP staff and the writers know how to write convincing, humanizing villains so well. I almost think they've perfected it with all the different times that they've been able in the show to humanize a villain and to show why they are the way they are and everything. And this again is another perfect example. Tempest she's intimidating. She's her piercing eyes do it the way they have the emotion in her face, the animation and the faces, the expressions on the faces in this movie are probably the best I've ever seen in an actual animated movie. Originally, Taye Diggs' Capper, when I first saw a picture of this cat, I thought, oh god, I'm going to hate this character. I thought I was going to absolutely hate him. And in fact, I loved him. I thought he was a good character. He was so good, the character, they written him in a way where it felt, yeah, he's a cool cat, no pun intended. They did such a good job. It felt actually so natural. Taye Diggs, the way he did the voice, actually felt very natural, and it didn't come off as a corny type of trying to be cool, like a hipster type of cool. It was more of he's just that type of character. It felt very natural, and it made me want to see more of him, and to know maybe his story, his backstory. Now on to Zoe Saldana's character, Captain Celaeno. Captain Celaeno, I don't know how to pronounce it correctly, but the pirate captain for the birds, very cool. She was top notch. Zoe Saldana does fucking brilliant in pretty much everything she's in, so of course she was gonna do great. Uzo Aduba, I probably am not pronouncing the name wrong too. Sorry for everyone. Don't crucify me in the comments, please. Queen Novo is who she plays, and I feel that she actually wasn't in it very much. I kind of would have liked to see a little bit more of her, but she was good in the parts that she was in. Sia did an amazing job. What she was in, the song was very pretty and very emotional in the movie that she sings in it as Songbird Serenade. Her style in the movie is great. Kristin Chenoweth, who was Princess Skystar, was adorable, very Pinkie Pie-esque, and her and Pinkie Pie are immediately, you can tell that they have a connection in the movie, and I love it. I loved it. I felt like I said, so many of these characters I wanted to see more of, and I wanted to see them interact, and I wanted more content with them. Anyway, then get on to Michael Peña's Grubber, which is the only character I did not like. I felt like, to me personally, he felt like Spike if he was an overeater. And I feel like we already had a Spike character, so we don't need another. And I felt that he was kind of a very one note. He delivered the lines very well, and the voice acting was great. The voice acting was fine. I just didn't care for the character in general. So that was that. And finally we get on to the big baddie, Liev Schreiber. the Storm King. I loved the design of the Storm King. I thought he was a very cool design. I thought I liked his character, and I liked his kind of goofy. He was goofy, but at the same time he was very menacing. And you don't. That's a very hard line, I think, to walk when it comes to villains. To be a goofy villain, but also still be intimidating and menacing at the same time. Because, if you go too far in one direction, it doesn't quite work. But I think he found a good balance, and I think it worked really well. Yeah, so that was the celebrity cast. Now, the main six. The main six in this, of course, was represented, I think, to the best of their abilities, because they had to introduce them to an audience who might not have ever seen the show. So I think they did it successfully, so people could still understand, well, this character is like this, and this character is kind of like that. I feel like not all of the main six got equal footing in the movie, though, which kind of bummed me out personally. But I loved. What I found weird was, and I don't, like I said, I don't want to give too much away as far as storyline and whatever, but I feel like that Pinkie Pie had a very, very central role in this movie. Oddly enough, she was very much in the center of this movie, which I found weird. This is coming from a die-hard Pinkie Pie fan. I love Pinkie Pie, right? But I thought that some of the other characters kind of got, they kind of got pushed to the wayside a little bit, for me. And I kind of wanted a little bit more of them. I kind of wanted each of them all to kind of have a little bit more equal time in the movie. And that didn't seem to be the case. But for movie purposes, I understand why they might have went in that direction. They were all very amazing. Rarity had some great moments in it. I also feel that Rainbow Dash had some great moments. And there was one particular moment for Fluttershy in which I had people look at me in the theater when I laughed out loud to it. It just caught me off guard, and I had to just start laughing, and they kind of, what the hell? But it was a good moment. Of course, Twilight was amazing in this and emotional, and Tara Strong does. Again, she's probably one of the best. She's my favorite voice actress of all time. I think she can play. She just plays the role so well, and I feel that she just deserves so much credit for putting so much life into this character we love. Alright, and now I'm on to music. I don't think anyone here has to be told that Daniel Ingram is a fucking genius when it comes to musicals in general. So, anyone who's never heard a My Little Pony song, I suggest go out and go to iTunes and go nuts on the My Little Pony stuff. He does such a great job of not only picking out and choosing the right songs for the right moments in his work, and I believe this is another great indication that he needs to be doing so much more. Like, I don't ever want him to leave the My Little Pony family, but I feel like I would love to see him do other things too. I'm sure, I would love to see him do, just video game stuff and other movies and soundtracks to things, because he's so very talented. And so some of the music has remnants from other My Little Pony songs, and mainly for me, I picked up a lot of things that were Equestria Girls-esque sounding music, but he did it in a very fresh way. So it doesn't sound exactly, but it has the same overtones to it. Maybe same tempo, same drum beats and stuff like that he has in some of these other songs. But they're all amazing songs. I was a little bummed out because the song I loved the most was the song that was in the trailer, in the first trailer that was dropped. Not the one that was all rendered all weird, but the actual first movie trailer, not the teaser. I was really looking forward to that song, and that one happened to be the end credit song, which wasn't actually performed in the movie. So I was a little bummed on that. Now, my final thoughts on the movie. I believe anyone who is a fan of the show and goes in with an already open mind, with it being it's a generalized story of to get main audiences and still appease the fans of the show. I think you're gonna enjoy the movie. I think you're gonna really like what they had. I don't think anyone will. I don't think anyone can say that the visuals and the animation was bad in any respect. I think some people will be might be a little jarred the fact that it looks so different from the movie. The fluidity of it, I think, might be jarring for some people. But the animation itself, the quality is so good. It is so good. The magic looks amazing. The facial expressions, which I've already talked about, is top-notch, 100% best I've ever seen. Like I said, as far as storylines goes, that was my one big point. Very, very simple story. If I was to give this a rating of 1 to 10 stars, the My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, the movie, for me, would get 7 out of 5. Amazing visuals, amazing music, simple and easy to follow storyline, great characters, and I can't wait to see what the general public thinks of this. And I hope that this will give us the resurgence of MLP that we all need. Thank you so much for watching my review, and if you enjoyed this review, if you thought it was helpful in swaying your opinion, if you wanted to go see it, I do believe if you have an open mind and you want to watch a very, very well done animated movie. By the way, I feel that animated movies, you have to admit that I credit them for not going 3D and for going animation, because we have to admit that the animated movie is now extinct. In today's day, it is extinct. And for them to go animated with this and say, no, let's not do 3D, let's do animated, shows they have a lot of confidence in what they do as a studio, and are able to pull that off. So if you still just want to support animated movies still, high budget animated movies, go out and see this movie. So, with that said, thank you so much for watching. If you decide, if you liked my review, as always, give me a thumbs up and a like, it always helps. And you can always subscribe to my channel, and if you would like to see more movie reviews from me in the past, not just cartoon movies or 3D kids movies, other adult movies, regular movies, let me know, and maybe that'll be something I'll start doing from now on. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Damaged Goods. This was ChickenDuck Reviews, I guess. Bottoms up.